Good evening, race fans. Welcome to CRN's live coverage of the Pit Road Speed Limit Racing Series. That's right, we're back here in the booth as we had our 2-hour season finale for CSRL last week, and he had the B team out here with the A team back in the booth here tonight. Carl Hamwork joined by Jimmy Covert here at the Yard of Bricks for another run here. Tonight is going to be race number. I'm trying to do there we go. Yeah, so race number 3 here for the season. 55 laps on tap, and didn't really get a chance to take a look at Dover, but it sounds like the field probably happy to be done with Dover, and here at the 2.5 mile quad oval, as I consider it here tonight. But should be a good one. Should be able to open up here a little bit, and hopefully some good racing, because we got a good sized field out here tonight. Jimmy, welcome back here to the second half of our Wednesday night deal here, and looking forward to another Indy race.
Yeah, another good, night here. We're Indy, 55 laps. The drivers will be out here tonight and try to tackle this thing. Obviously, we got a nice sized field here. Actually, got almost 30 drivers, so 29 drivers out here. And a quick rundown of the starting order before they start getting rolling here is TJ Hanley on the pole here tonight. So TJ finally grabbing that pole here tonight. I'm not sure about last week. Didn't get a chance to check in on Dover like Carl said, but Richard Covington Jr. will start in second. Tiffany Ellis putting that number 9 up there on NP number 3. Austin Smith in 4th. And then Josh Duncan will round out your top 5. Then you have Ryan Seasmore, Dylan Jacobs, Joshua Smith, Dylan Emerson, Matthew Hake for your top 10. Thomas O'Connor, Eli Quinn, Kyle Emerson, Cody Handler, Will O'Connor, Wesley Outman, Cody Brewer, Justin Potts for your top 18, and the rest of the field here with 19th with Kelly Akron, Chris Ledford, Kent Bice, Chase Ballard, Austin Wells, Bruce Spencer, Joe Francis, Michael Garcia, Ron Millum, and Brian Roy for your 28 car field. I don't think Joe Francis took the field.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it. Yeah.
He is in my listing.
Maybe starting for the pits here. We'll see what happens here with the 50. But the man start back there, 18th, was your winner last week, Justin Potts, as he led 31 of the 90 laps, and it looks like it was kind of split between really 3 different drivers out there, as we had 31 laps led by Justin Potts, 32 by Dylan Jacobs, and 16 by Dylan Emerson. Tiffany Ellis grabbing herself a second place finish at Dover, and back to back here with a good start here, starting up there in the top 3. Last week started up there in 4th, so 88 feeling some sorry, 88 no more. It is the 9 feeling the good vibes. I know we kind of ragged on her saying that maybe maybe the switch from the 88 was good in the race 1. Maybe they just needed to get us out of the booth and have that 9 flourish a little bit, and hopefully she gets a good finish here tonight. But gonna be a good one, as mentioned. 28 cars, the field certainly good size here tonight for Indianapolis, and I'm sure we'll see the drivers spread out here once it gets to racing, because you do need to take care of the car. You need to take care of the tires. You need to be able to make this thing run all the way out for these fuel runs. But it is time to get this thing going here. The Yard of Bricks awaits, and which driver is going to join his team and kiss them bricks on the front stretch. About to find out here in 55 laps. We are green flag racing.
Yeah, down the long front stretch down to turn number 1. TJ Hanley lead the way down there on the inside. Carl, I didn't get a lot of time to try to get out here and get any practice, and then, but we kind of had an incident back here already. It does look like Dylan Emerson being involved and gonna slide up on the track and collect a few more here. So only the first few corners in the books, and already drivers find themselves having a little bit of issues. And it looks like Matthew Hake and Austin Wells being involved there, so as well. So we'll go back and see what happened here for sure. And it's already happened here. As you can see, Matthew Hake in the 6 getting involved. That's Dylan Emerson, and he's on the brakes right there, and just sliding up the track from all the momentum. Gets into the 25. 25 goes to the wall, obviously. 43 escaping. 1 looks like he got net coated through the the 23, and a few others spinning around as well. So rough start here for the back of the field, but we'll get things back going.
Yeah, while we do, just double check, Jimmy, just to make sure, because I'm not picking up your cameras for some reason, that the room name is your name as usual.
No. PRSRL.
Okay, that would be why. Yeah, definitely looks like that one was on...
Pit Road Speed Limit, PSRL. Wait. Hold on. Double check.
There we go. I got it. I figured it out. We're good.
PRSLR, yeah.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, that one definitely on the 83, just drifted up, and regardless if he's on the brakes there or not, the brakes actually aren't going to help him at all. You definitely don't want to have to get to that point that you're on the brakes, because it's just going to slow you down, and well, not slow you down, it's going to make you tighter even more and push you right up and out of there. But either way, we will we'll re-rack him here and see if anyone wants to come into pit lane.
Oh, I'm sure they will.
And
got a meatball there for Kelly Akron, Wells, and
the ones that are involved for sure.
Yeah, a few meatballs flying out there for some of the drivers. You can see, obviously, the lap time not being, you know, an indicator of what they're gonna, how long it takes them to get around here. That's what's showing. If we're all up there right now, I'll go ahead and I'll change that there to the gap, and then I can show you their pit laps when they've stopped. But yeah, it's glad to have to be back here with the pit road speed limit racing. And obviously, thank you for all the CRN fans who continue to come out here. Kathy, TV Racer, sorry you never got a chance to get the invite. Hopefully you get that for next week. Make sure you talk to the admins. They'll hook you up. Give a shout out to Laura, Blood Dude, and Wookie.
Early caution here, and it looks like a few drivers picking up some black flags here as well. We had the three, Matthew Haig, Austin Wells, and Kelly Akron having the meatballs, but it looks like a black flag to Kent Bice and another one to Brian Roy, so we'll see if those get cleared here as Matthew Haig overshoots his box now, is going to get in there and get the repairs done. Doesn't look like Kelly Akron, though, had the fast repair checked, because that meatball flag is still live and is still active, and that's certainly not something that you want to have happen here. But the rest of the field looks like they're going to be in and out and back joining the field, and it's a shame what happens there on the first lap, and it sometimes puts a bad taste in everyone's mouth, like especially if it was a rough race last week, and kind of the here we go again, that type of thing. But it happens at Indy, especially on those first couple laps. I know we always talk about the cold tires being something where you got to worry about the back end coming around. Well, sometimes it's the exact opposite. If the car is tight to begin with, you're going to feel that car even tighter on those cold tires.
Yeah, it's obviously the cold tires thing is not nice. I mean, I'm glad they kind of have it. It is more realistic as far as how things are supposed to be. But sometimes it just makes those first couple of laps that much more difficult, and if some don't try to take it just a little bit easy, or haven't gotten the chance to get many laps in next to somebody with cold tires, it really can cause some issues. But we'll get this thing back going here. We're on lap 455. We've got plenty of racing still remaining here, and obviously some strategies. I think the pit stops, though, Carl, I think they should be right around 19, 20 laps for a pit stop here tonight. So we'll see if anybody stretches it out here to like over 20. Maybe with these caution laps, people are trying to maybe think if they can reach to that point. But we might be looking at 2 pit stops here, depending on when cautions fall, obviously. But TJ Hanley trying to get out to a good start here tonight, up there still on the pole. He's going to choose the outside here for this front here as we're riding on board here with TJ. And looking back on the field here is some of the drivers still trying to warm up their tires, and just kind of seeing what happened between the caution and that first lap. We already have Anthony Emerson up 9 spots. Now currently up in P number 19 back there in that number 42 machine. So taking big advantage of some mistakes that were made up.
Yeah, one Emerson moving up and the other one moving back. Obviously, Dylan Emerson dropping 12 spots, getting involved in that incident here. But we're going to get back to green flag racing. Here's the rounding turn number 4. Pace car lights are out, so it'll be pulling into the pits here. And pit entry that can get a little tough just because of how quick you need to get down to that pit road speed. You see the yellow cone way out there in front of pit lane. You need to be down to pit road speed by then. But head back to the Indianapolis restart zone, and we're back underway here. Great restart from the outside line to get TJ Hanley easily out there. Ryan Sizemore going to move himself into second place, gets clear of the 21 of Richard Covenant Jr., Josh Duncan, Austin Smith for 4th and 5th. As man, it gets tight for sure going through turn 1 right there, and turn 2. All kinds of cars moving all around. As tight as these cars seem to be here tonight, they can still move around here the way it looks. We got 3 wide racing down the backstretch.
Yeah, they're taking advantage of the width of the tracks. It just becomes very narrow as you exit the corners. So you get in there, you got to get that car to rotate, and if you're down on the inside, you got to give the guy in the outside room, so you're going to be a little slower. You can't drift out. You don't want to tag somebody who's left rear corner, make them that much looser. I got to turn my speakers down a little bit because I got multiple inputs here. But anyways, definitely some good races so far. See a blinker back there. That's not fun.
No, especially with the field size it is here, and it's not a surprise we got 3 wide here again towards the front. It's not a surprise blinking here at Indianapolis because the track size for one, the amount of grandstands, the amount of people that your computer needs to show up there. It's an immense amount of people because you got the grandstands on the outsides of the track. You see it pretty much all through turns 3 and 4. Really nothing on the back stretch, but then once you get to the front stretch, you got grandstands on both sides. I mean, you got grandstands on your right. You got grandstands on the inside by the pit wall, and those grandstands pretty much extend all the way through turn 1, and I believe a little bit of the short chute. I don't think they go through turn 2, but it looks like. Unless I'm mistaken. There we go. Yeah, there they are. It's just in the short chute right there that they are on the inside. But right now, out front, it is the number 08 of TJ Hanley getting it done as it just turns a fast lap of the race, but tied by Ryan Sizemore right there in second. Everyone running the fastest lap of their race so far that last time by, since we're back to some green flag racing. And good to see. We need this field to kind of stretch out here a little bit, a little single file action, and then we'll be able to click off some of these laps.
Yeah, I get the single file, and now it's all about taking care of the car. And you see TJ Hanley, obviously, if he's setting the fastest lap of the race, got to be careful getting out there and then burning up your stuff too early here at the Indy for sure. The tire situation here is big, obviously, and plays a huge role on where you can drive the car and keep it going straight and forward. Being able to get those, make those moves here. As you can see, the 48 getting to the inside of the 88. And now we're right on board with Kyle Emerson. He's going to get that run as well, heading down here into turn number 3. We definitely need to get the track map up. As I was playing with iRacing's new track map, and this is not iRacing's track map. This is SDK, the service that we use here for CRN and our broadcast to bring you all the information that you just get to see on the screen, the scroll up at the top, the driver details at the bottom, obviously the track map, and then I like to bring up the tower every now and then, especially when stuff's happening, because everybody that chance to kind of see how far and everybody is all together here. That's on the left side, but I like to try to keep the screen as clean as possible for everybody to see. Like I said, I'm glad to be back here, and we do have another caution, and this time it does look like Chris Ledford having an issue out of turn number 2, so we'll go back there and take a look to see what happened. There, iRacing